Hey everyone, FB here to bring you a cast of the ESL Stadium Nations Challenge 2015 Grand Final between Germany and France. Last week, France defeated Czech Republic Slovakia with a 17-10 score to reach the final, and Germany took down Sweden with a 21-6 score. Czech Republic, Slovakia and Sweden are playing against each other for third place, but unfortunately it's taking place at the same time as this grand final, so I'm not able to cast it. Let's also take a look at the format for this tournament. For those who don't know, the matches are played in 3 sub-matches, 1 tech map, 1 dirt map and 1 speed map. A 4 versus 4 format is used on all 3 maps and is always played to 7. For this tournament though, it doesn't matter how many maps you win, instead every round counts as a point, and whoever got the most combined points after the 3 maps have been played will be the winner. And in case of a tie in the match, whichever team won 2 maps will be the winner. And we are about to start here. Looks like the first track will be the dirt one, which is called Veneno, and it's made by Dolph. The world record is by Beppino with 1 minute 85 hundredths. And Beppino is playing here for France. Arguably the best dirt player in the world, so I'm sure he's gonna be helping out his nations quite a lot in this match. Then for France we also got Shaq, Papu and Puma, who retired this round. For Germany we got Marius89, DNB, who apparently is playing with a broken hand, which doesn't sound very optimal. We also got Shadow and lastly Massa, who also retired. Marius89 and Massa are not pure dirt players. DNB and Shadow I believe are. But for France though, all 4 players are dirt specialists, so on paper I would say France got the upper hand in this sub-match. But then on tech and especially full speed, Germany probably got a stronger lineup. So yeah, this could actually be a very exciting match. I certainly hope it will be. Both nations are very strong and so far, of course, have stayed undefeated in this tournament and haven't really lost that many rounds either. I think they are pretty even when it comes to that. So we are doing a couple of warm-up rounds. I'm not sure actually how many more it will be, but I'm gonna guess maybe 2 or 3 more warm-ups, and yes, that's exactly what Saffron writes in the chat. So still gonna be a couple of more minutes before we start this grand final between Germany and France. Of course, Germany are the defending champions. They won it last year against Sweden in the grand final. And then it all got decided on the tech map. Not sure actually what the order will be. We know that dirt will be played first, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be tech or full speed next. We'll have to wait and see. And before we start, let's also take a look at the Dedimania, the top 30 times set online. Beppino, of course, got the fastest time. Then we have Papu at top 2. And very interestingly, the second fastest time is quite far behind the first time. 1:01.19 is the second fastest time. That is actually very noteworthy. I don't think you see that too often. So Papu got top 2, Shaq got top 3, so France got top 3 here, which is very impressive. And in fact, Puma is at top 5 with 1:01.53, so all 4 French players in the top 5 Dedi. So that's very impressive. The best player for Germany is Marius89 at top 9 with 1:01.78, followed by DNB at top 11, 1:01.84. And then we got Massa at top 23, 1:02.67, and Shadow at top 24, 1:02.67 as well. So based on the Dedis here, I would say France should have this in the bag, and of course they are looking to win as many rounds as possible without losing any rounds at the same time, since the score will be brought over from this track to the next one. Quite a long track as well, and seems to be a pretty difficult one, and I think the Dedis kind of shows that, since the gaps are so large between the times. Alright, maybe one more warm-up or so, and then we'll start. Of course, besides my stream, which is in English, there's also one in German by Stubby TV. You can see that in the chat, and in addition there's also a French cast by Exception TV. So, 3 languages available. Just pick the one you want to watch. Okay, we get it confirmed that this is the final warm-up. And then we'll go live. If France can win this one with a 7-0 score, that would of course be a perfect start. And yeah, I mean, based on the deadies, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the score. But at the same time, if this course is pretty difficult, then there are definitely opportunities for Germany to get a couple of rounds at least. And I think they would be quite satisfied with that. And I think they are also quite happy with having their worst matchup played first. Because again, they are very strong on tech and full speed. Alright, that's gonna be the final warm-up. Nice times from Jacques, Pepino and Bapu. Let's see if they can keep that going as we go live into this ESL Stadium Nations Challenge 2015 grand final between Germany and France. And we will start with the dirt track Veneno, made by Dulf. And let's follow Pepino through the first round. Massa says that they may win one round, we'll see. We are live here into the first round following Pepino, who takes the early lead together with Papu. Top 2 for France. Chuck also shows up, so it's top 3 now. Maurice A9 a bit further back. Massa is doing the best for Germany, but he is pretty alone in the top, surrounded by blue players. This is looking to be an easy point for France, but still a long way to go. Up here in the uphill, we see that DNB will fall down, and also Puma for France. But still, Pepino, Chuck and Papu remaining at the top 3 for France, about to win the first point. And they are actually extending their lead here. No one is really close to them. See if they can get through this last couple of turns. Pepino still in the lead, just ahead of Chuck. Here comes the last corner. Pepino will take it, 101.35, very good time. Chuck 0.42 and Papu 0.68, ahead of the 4 German players. Puma seems to have made another mistake, but will still have enough time to finish the round. So France with the first point. And yeah, I don't know, Germany might have to rely on some more mistakes. If maybe 2 or 3 French players drop down, they could have a chance at winning a round. But that first point was very impressive by France. Alright, here we go, live into the second round, and it's Massa who takes the lead, but then gets slowed down in the uphill. Pepino will pass him. DNB with good speed, able to pass Pepino and go up in the lead, but then not having the best angle as the players drop down back to dirt. Chuck now in the lead ahead of Pepino, and then Puma at 3rd place. Shadow and Massa 7th and 8th, and now Maurice A9 at 6th place. Pepino with a small mistake. DNB can go up to 2nd place, but this is still looking to be another point for France. Great turn there from Pepino. Oh, okay. Thought he would maybe lose a bit more speed, but able to stay at 2nd place. Chuck looking good here at 1st place. Coming up to the final corner, Pepino might be able to pass him. Oh, gets the landing bug, but it's Puma who will pass him. DNB at the same time going up to 1st place. Great last turn, 101.49, but it's not going to be enough. France will take it. Good effort there from DNB, but he would have needed at least one of his teammates doing equally well, and then the round could have gone to Germany. Alright, looks like Maurice A9 has disconnected from the server, so we'll have to wait on him. Shouldn't be too long. And while we wait, let's take a look at the team scores. Shuck at first place with 14 points, Pepino at 13, DNB at 13 as well, Papu at 8, Maurice89 at 7, Puma at 7 as well, and Massa also at 7 points, and then Shadow currently at last place, only having collected 3 points. The fastest time is by Pepino, 101.35, set in the first round. So we are not live right now, waiting for Maurice89 to get back. Oh, looks like his computer crashed, so it's gonna be a bit longer before we can continue this match. But what a great start for France. And if they continue to play that well, then I don't really see any way that Germany can win a round, to be honest. DNB will have to take first place for sure, and then at least one more player from Germany will have to crack the 102 sub. Because I don't think any of them have been below it so far, no. And Shadow also only with a 103.54 as his fastest time. That's not going to be enough. And is Maurice89 back? No, it's not. So we are still not live here, waiting for the German player to return. Hopefully Germany will not have to replace him. They may not have another trained player on this surface. Looking at this straw poll that Juronic made, looks like most people think that Germany will win. 59% think they will win. France with 41%. And yeah, I mean, Germany definitely the favorites based on their tech and full speed lineups. But I mean, France are France, and France do have very good players in tech and full speed as well. And definitely, I think if they can win this dirt track with like a 7-0, 7-1 score, then they will have a great chance to actually defeat Germany in this grand final. Alright, still waiting for Maurice89 to get back on the server, so we may actually see Germany replacing him. I don't know how long we have to wait for him. I think there might be a rule for it, maybe like 5 minutes or something. And of course, you never really want to have this kind of break in the match. I'm sure France are not too happy with it. They just want to keep the momentum going and keep winning the rounds. Germany are the ones that are benefiting the most from this break, trying to come up with a new strategy to win a round or two. I guess maybe Maurice89 got a very slow computer, so it might take a while for him to reboot it. But yeah, not looking too good at the moment. So now they are starting to discuss possibility of Germany replacing Maurice89, and they say that they have no substitute for him, so that's not good. Of course, also noteworthy is that Speed You Need, arguably the best dirt player for Germany, is not playing in this grand final, and it looks like he wasn't able to get here in time, and that is definitely a disadvantage for Germany. I mean, they would have loved to have him play in this final. He did very well in the semi-final against Sweden as well. I think he collected the most amount of points, so yeah, that's actually... I didn't think about that, but that is actually pretty important for the match. Okay, now Mars89 cannot get on the server because there are too many spectators. So I guess we'll have to kick some. Okay, no, it's the game itself that he can't get into. That's not good. Sometimes it actually takes a couple of minutes to start up the game for some reason, or sometimes it just gets stuck, so you have to like try again. Sometimes it works to empty your cache, so maybe we will try that. This break has been going on for quite a long time now. Still waiting for Mars89. The score is still 2-0 in favor of France. Okay, actually, Speed You Need is now getting on the server, so this was great for Germany. They will get to replace a player here with arguably their best dirt player, and that could make a huge difference actually in this match. Because if Speed You Need is trained, I mean, I guess we can take a look at the Deddy to see if he got a time here. Can't see him actually in the list, so I'm not sure if he's trained. In that case, then it's not gonna matter that he's actually a good player. Gotta practice the track to be good in this game. It's not like in other games where you can kind of rely on certain basic skills, since you are always playing on the same tracks or the same maps. But Speedy needs... Okay, here he is. So Speedy Need now on the server. Looks like he will replace Morris89, and hopefully we will continue this grand final. It's been quite a long break now. Alright, there he is. So I think we are going to start pretty soon. Speed Need asks for a warm-up round now. Let's see if France will give him that. Okay, Speed Need actually writes that can I get a round to see the map at least? So that indicates that he doesn't know the track, and in that case then it would have been better that Morris89 actually got back on the server, because he got a Deddy wreck and is trained. And now Morris89 is back. Seems like he is using a different account now. Not sure if he will play or if they will go with Speed Need. I think they will actually go with Morris. It makes more sense. So now we'll have to wait a bit more. This is possible though that this is not Morris89, because he's not using his normal account. For some reason, I don't know why he would go with a different account. Alright, so seems like it is Morris89. That's good to know. And now the question is, will we start this grand final or not? So far we've had more a break than actually play the match, but I think we are live now, so here we go, the third round of this grand final between Germany and France in the ESL Stadium Nations Challenge 2015. France in the lead with 2-0. Shak now taking the lead in this round ahead of Papu, Massa and Bepido. Morris89 will hit the wall and he's gonna go down to last place. Here's DNB, who is also quite far behind, was able to win the previous round. Needs to do well for Germany. We see Massa will go up to first place. One of the French players, it looks like was Schack, got a bad landing. DNB now in lead. Where did Massa go though? Massa all of a sudden down to 5th place. He was in the lead. That is not what Germany needs. Papou and Beppino first and second place. Puma keeping that 4th place. This is a blue round. DNB will have to try and get another quick finish to take first place and 8 points. Let's see if he can do it this time. Coming up to the final corner, Beppino and Papou still in front. DNB will pass no one. Papou and Beppino staying in front. Setting times of 101.71 and 0.80. Puma at 4th and Schack at 7th. And that will make it another point for France. 3-0 now. But that was a decent effort from Germany. Massa had the lead. Had he kept it, then that could have made all the difference. But DNB is pretty alone right now. As we see Shadow with a slow start. He's not been helpful for Germany. Puma, or no, wait a minute, Papou for France will clip the wall, and then Shadow on his back, he respawns, but that is not allowed, so his point will not count if he decides to finish the round. Meanwhile, we do have DNB at first place and Massa at 3rd, but Massa will have to try and keep it together. Goes for that wall hit. I think that's where he lost the time in the previous round, and he will lose it again in this one. So it doesn't look like that is actually a good idea. The wall hit is usually a bit faster, but actually not by that much. And of course, it's much riskier though. But Massa with a lot of speed goes up to first place all of a sudden. But at the same time, DNB is now out of the picture. Morrissey 9 doing the best now for Germany after Massa drops down. And meanwhile, we got top 3 for France. Puma, Schack and Beppino will take it. And it's 4-0. Another good effort from Germany, but only like through half of the round, and that's not enough. If they can stay a bit more consistent, then they could perhaps grab 1 point at least. And at this point, I think they would be quite satisfied with that. Alright, here we go, live into the 5th round. Following Beppino, who now is in the lead in the team scores with 27 points, also having set the fastest time with 101.35. That was in the first round though. But he's been consistently setting times under 102, and only DNB for Germany have been able to do so. And it's another promising start for France. Schack and Beppino first and second. Puma is also doing well, and so is Papou. Massa with that wall hit, and this time he's gonna land on his back. Yeah, he needs to stop doing that because it's not paying off at all. Other players are not going for it, and it seems to be a much better strategy. Schack, Beppino and Papou, and also Puma. Top 4 for France. This is gonna be an ace unless something drastic happens in the end. Oh, and that is actually going to happen. Papou with the flip. So he will also fall on his back, but top 3 is more than enough for France to win this round. And Schack with a time of 101.17. That is actually a top 2 Dedimania record. So a great effort there from Schack, putting the score at 5-0. And France only 2 points away from winning this dirt track with a 7-0 score. That would be a perfect start for them. Going into the second map. Alright, live into the next round. Following Puma. Massa with another promising start, but yeah, that wall hit is not paying off for him. And this time he will crash much earlier. Went too close to the wall. Papou! With the huge flip hitting the edge, did not have enough speed, so he's out of the picture. Only 3 French players remaining. But they are all at the top here together with DNB. So it's not going to matter that Papou has retired. Coming up to the wall, Beppino will go for it. I think Schack did not though. And Schack will now go up to first place. Puma now up to 3rd, passing DNB. They are having a close battle though. Massa and Morrissey 9th following. And then we see Shadow far behind. This is looking like another blue point. Let's follow Puma as he's keeping that 4th place. Might actually be able to keep... get in front of DNB. Yes, he will. A nice turn there from Puma in the end, and 101.07 this time by Jacques, improving his top 2 Denimania record. Wow, talk about playing at your best when it matters the most. So, France are now up to map point at 6-0, and nothing really says that Germany will get a point on this track. The last round, though, can sometimes be a bit tricky for teams to win. They may actually relax a bit too much. Their focus will drop, knowing that they are in such a huge lead. But of course, this is a different format where all the points matter, so France will have to try and keep their focus up. And so far, it seems like they are doing a good job at it. Pepino with another promising start. Jacques and Papou close to him. Oh, yeah, Pepino will hit the wall, actually. Tried his best to avoid it, but will end up hitting it, so he will go down in the rankings, though. Marius A9 is not driving anymore, must have a respawn. Papou drops down. He's not gonna make the jump. Papou, can he get back on the track? Oh my god, he will have to try and get back, reaching the checkpoint. I'm not sure if he can do it. This could be very important. Okay, he will continue driving. Let's go back to the top. It's Jacques in the lead. Massa, though, with a lot of speed. Can he pass them? No! Puma instead goes up the first for France, and I think this will be it. Jacques also defeating Massa in the end, and eventually it will be a top 3 for France. Back and forth, though, in that round. Germany definitely had the opportunity, lots of mistakes from the French players, but ultimately France will take it. 7-0 is the end result on the first track. And we are moving on to the second one. So now it's very important that Germany start winning these rounds. Otherwise, France will take the win here in the grand final. I think had Speed You Need played for Germany, that could have made all the difference. I think he is certainly capable of winning rounds against these French players, and that, together with DNB doing well as well, could have given Germany a couple of points, but that was not the case, and they are still at 0 points. So it looks like we are moving on to the tech map, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that looks to be the case. So the tech map is called the Real Mushroom. It's a duo track. John and Wally created it, and the world record is 51.778 by Kronos, who of course is from France, and will soon get on the server, I'm pretty sure. So Kronos, without a doubt, the best player in France these days. There's not really any question about it. Of course, took home Gamers Assembly 2015 earlier this year, and almost always does super well in these team matches, so he's gonna be important for France, and there he is now on the server. Let's see what the lineups will be. At the same time, we have Onyo playing for Germany, which is also a key player, together with Massa, and seems like they have Renew and Triple X playing together with them, and that is a very, very strong lineup on paper. Germany got a lot of options here in tech. Basically, they got like 3 or 4 lineups that could maybe even defeat the French lineup. So we'll see what the French lineup will be besides Kronos. I think Ranked and Link will be playing, and then I would assume that Roa would play for France. He is on the server at least, but right now not driving. So I don't know. I think it would be good for France if he did play. Let's take a look at the Deddy as we are waiting for the match to start again. Kronos, of course, with the top 1 time, and he is far ahead of second place. It's not comparable to the dirt track, but actually this is a huge gap as well. Second fastest time, 0.85 by Swoopy. Ranked is at top 6 for France, and Renew is at top 12, Triple X at top 13, Link at top 15. And those are the only players in the Deddy. Noteworthy is that Massa seems to not have a time in the Deddy. I'm not so sure if that's the case or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure he got a fast enough time. It just might not be that he said it online. I can't really imagine him not being in the Deddy, to be honest. Especially not for this kind of grand final. But who knows? Alright, is this actually the lineup for France? That is kind of interesting. So Snakey will play as the fourth player. I was 100% sure that Roa would be playing, but seems like that is not the case. Snakey instead, who is a good player for sure, but I mean it's not comparable to Roa. Who time after time have proven himself to be a very skillful tech player. So the lineups are ready for Germany: Renew, Onyo, Massa and Triple X, and then for France, Ranked, Link, Kronos and Snakey. And this is gonna be very important for Germany. They need to win this match going into the full speed track, where they have arguably the best team, the best lineup. But France also with a good full speed lineup, so yeah, I think it's very important that this tech lineup for Germany is able to 1, win, and then 2, win it with a pretty big score, because France did of course win the dirt track with 7-0. So of course, best case scenario, Germany will take this one with 7-0 as well, so that we go into the full speed track with a tie. But I don't know if they can actually pull that off. I mean, this French lineup, granted, I don't think this is their strongest lineup they could go with, but it's still pretty good players here. Especially Kronos can carry them if he's his normal self. So I don't know, but Germany will have to try and pull it off. As we are live starting the last warm-up, I believe, before continuing this grand final. Alright, and that will be the end of the final warm-up. And we are about to start the second track of this ESL Stadium Nations Challenge 2015 Grand Final between Germany, the defending champions, and France, the challengers. And France did win the first track 7-0, and that is consequently also the score. And now we are waiting for the restart. Okay. Looks like we are not going to go live yet. One more warm-up, says Kid in the chat. Waiting for Link, who is not on the server, so we will have to wait a bit more. And as we are waiting, I suppose I can mention that I will also cast another match after this one. It's gonna be the last group stage match of ESL Competition Premiership 15 between Team Dignitas and Planet Key Dynamics. It's kind of the group final, if you will. Team Dignitas will take first place and Planet Key Dynamics will take second. So there could be a repeat of the grand final. Or it could be the upcoming grand final as well, very likely. So that one's gonna be interesting. As we see Link back on the server. Let's just see if he's ready or not, and then we can start. Looks like we'll have another warm-up round for Link, so that he is ready. Yeah, the thing about the German full speed lineup is that they don't really have a bad player. All of them are good and maybe also like the best players in the world. France got a couple of good ones as well, but on paper Germany should win the full speed track, I would say, just based on previous performances in this tournament as well. Okay, that's gonna be the final warm-up, I think. Yes, it is. So we will start this grand final again. This time it's gonna be the tech track, the real mushroom, made by John and Wally. Kronos with the world record, and he's gonna be a big factor for France. They will try and hinder Germany to win all the rounds here. Of course, they want the lead going into the full speed track, knowing how good of a team Germany will line up with. And here we go, live into the first round, following the world record holder Kronos. As he passes the first corner. The first corner is actually kind of tricky because you have to drive over the border, and that's always a risk. Could get a bump from it. We see that Massa takes the lead for Germany. Kronos building up a lot of speed, goes up to second place. Ranked is at third place. Link and Snakey though at 7th and 8th. Only Renew and Triple X all ahead of them. But it's really close between all 4 or all 8 players. Only 4100s between them. Kronos now going up to first place, passing Massa and Triple X. But this is looking to be a red point at the moment. Rank though can go up to second place. That is really important. Snakey and Link still at the bottom. This could actually be a draw. We'll have to wait and see. Kronos now keeping that first place, but he will end up hitting the wall and goes down to last place instead. And instead it will be a red point. Rank takes first place, but Massa and Triple X... No! Wait a minute, I am completely wrong. It's a draw. I thought that Germany had that, but no, it is a draw. 18 points for both teams, and the score will stay the same. So that would have been a point for France had Kronos not crashed in the end. So yeah, this seems to be a pretty even matchup, to be honest, and that's not good for Germany. They need to dominate this one. Snakey and Ranked now at the bottom for France, and also Kronos will join up with them. Link is not doing so well. All German players at the top, led by Triple X. Onyu at second, Massa at third, and then Renew is at 5th or 6th place behind Ranked and Kronos. This is looking good for Germany, about to win their first point of the match. Cannot afford any mistakes here in the end, but they got a bit room to play with. Oh, but Massa straight into the wall where Kronos crashed in the previous round. Will that make a difference? Onyo crashing at the end! And that's gonna make it a blue point! 2 critical mistakes here from Massa and Onyo, and France will take the point instead. And now the score is 8-0. That is not what Germany needed whatsoever. They need to keep it together. Having such a big lead as well. I mean, they could have played it a bit safe there. Oh, Kronos with a awkward slowdown. I'm not sure what happened actually, and he's gonna not drive. What's going on here? Okay, Onyo has disconnected, so that's why. So it wasn't a slowdown by Kronos, it just hit the brakes, and we will wait for Onyo to get back. A lot of disconnects so far actually, it's not good. And he's back on the server though, so I don't think it's gonna be a long break this time. I'm not sure if it's live now. I think it might be, but they should write it in the chat if so. So yeah, I don't know. This might be live, it might not be live, but I'm just gonna pretend that it is. Kronos takes the lead. Goes for that wide line, so he's gonna go up to first place again. Snakey at 8th place. Onyo not doing so well either. Link hits the wall. Massa now having passed Kronos at the top. See that Ranked is ahead of Triple X and Renew. Triple X going very close to the wall, will go down. Snakey can actually pass him. This is really close, might be another draw. Let's go to Massa now at first place, able to get through that turn, but it was really close coming up to the ending, and it's a bad landing from Massa. However, I think it will still be a red point though. Yes, Kronos down to 8th place at the end. So finally Germany wins their first point, putting the score at 8-1. And of course that means the score is 1-1. Here on the tech map, Massa into the pole in the start. And he's not driving there for a moment, not sure why. So that is of course not good for Germany. Let's see if they can still take it though, it's very possible. Onyo with slow speed, Snaky will pass him, and Kronos with a huge crash. Still in front of Massa though, who is miles away. Let's go to the top. It's Lincoln ranked, top 2 for France. Ahead of Renew, Triple X and Onyo. This will be a blue point. Oh, but then Link gets the no drift. Leaving ranked alone in the top. Let's see if he can take first place though. Oh, Renew comes here in the end and he's gonna pass him! What an ending there from Renew. Takes first place with a time of 52.41. And that will make it a red point. I think it might have still been a red point though, but a very nice effort there from Renew. Give Germany their second point. And they are now in the lead on the tech map, 1-2. Renew, Kronos with 2 big crashes in a row. And in the team scores, he's not at first place. He's actually at last place with only 9 points. That is not optimal at all for France. As you see, ranked slowing down and Onyo crashing hard. 2 players down, 1 from each team. This time Kronos is keeping it together in the start. Massa losing a bit of ground. Goes down to 5th place. Snaky at 6th. Kronos in the lead ahead of Renew and Triple X. Link could be passed here by Massa. This is looking to be another point for Germany, despite Kronos keeping that first place. See if he can stay in front here in the end. Triple X is really close to him. Triple X will go for it, and it will pay off. Nice finish there from Triple X. Defeats Kronos with 100 of a second. And it's another red point. Germany getting closer now. This is exactly what they need. One three, starting the 5th round on the tech map. So far in the team scores is ranked with the most amount of points at 31, followed by Triple X at 30, Renew at 27, Massa at 19, Onyo at 17, Link at 17, Kronos at 16 and Snaky at 16 as well. Massa goes up to first place, but this time it's mostly blue players. Oh, but not anymore though. Ranked will fall down all the way to the end. Link is remaining at first place, but got Massa and Onyo close by. Kronos passing Onyo, who makes a mistake. And that could make it a blue point as we are coming up to the ending here. Massa will try and take first place, passing Link in the end. Can he do it? Yes, he will. Massa will take first place, and that's gonna make it a draw. Very, very important overtaking there from Massa in the end. Defeats Link with 200ths of a second, keeping the score at 1-3 instead of 2-3. So that was very, very good by Massa. And no time to waste. We are live into the next round. Snaky always with pretty slow starts for France. Certainly would have been better for them if Roa was playing. I still wonder why he's not, because he is on the server. But maybe they had qualifications or something, and that's why Snaky is playing. Kronos into the wall. Triple X also dropping down. Snaky can go up to 6th place with that. Let's go to the top. Link is surrounded by German players, Onyo, Renew and Massa. And if they keep those positions, this will be another red point coming up to the final corner. They will all pass Link. And it's gonna be top 3 for Germany. Renew 52.30, Onyo 0.33 and Massa 0.34. Very nice there from those 3 players. Triple X at last place, but it doesn't matter. Germany takes another point, only 4 points away now from France. France though have managed to win at least one round on this tech map, so If Germany win all the remaining rounds, they will be in the lead with 1 point going into the full speed track, and that could definitely be important as we see Massa dropping down here in the next round. Snakey as always a bit behind the rest, but has not made any major mistakes, so if someone else drops down in front of him, then he could definitely capitalize on that. See here, it's looking pretty good for France. Ranked and Kronos first and second place. Renew is the best for Germany at third. Triple X and Onyo trying to catch up to Link, but right now this is looking to be France's second point if they can keep it together. Kronos extremely close to the wall. He will though keep that second place. Oh yes, he will keep second place. Ranked will take first. Link will be at fourth and Snake at seventh, and France will take it. 2-4 and 9-4 in the total score. That was an important win for sure for France. As we start the next one. Here is Massa with a good start together with Triple X. Oh, Triple X getting a small bump, and then Massa. I think he clipped the wall actually. Will go down a lot in the rankings. And this is another opportunity now for France to win another point. Kronos and Ranked doing well at the moment, first and second again. And then Link is at that fourth place. Very identical round. Oh, but then Link suddenly drops down. Lots of players will pass him. However, if Kronos and Ranked can keep that first and second, this will be at least a draw. Snakey and Link at 7th and 8th. Let's take a look at the top. Okay, no mistakes. And I think this will be a draw, yes. So the score will stay the same. Two, 4. Ranked. A bit surprisingly, the player with the most amount of points. I would have expected Kronos to be there at the top. Kronos had a really bad start, but right now he has actually collected 40 points, so he's getting warmed up. As we see him going up to first place in the next round. Stumbles a bit though, that's gonna allow Massa, Triple X and Onyo to pass him. So top 3 for Germany. Renew also popping up there for a moment. Snakey and Ranked 7th and 8th. Ranked is 2.5 seconds behind. Can Germany keep it together? Massa now with a solid lead, only 900s away from the Dedemina record. Kronos though has not given up. Here he comes with lots of speed. Kronos trying to go up to first place. Another nice corner from Kronos. Can he stay in front here? Coming up to the final corner. Goes a bit too wide and gets the landing bug. He gets the landing bug and Germany will take it 2-5. And they are 4 points away again from France. Really want to win these last 2 rounds. So that they will not be too far behind France going into the full speed track. Let's see if they can pull it off. Kronos with that unlucky landing bug. Very common in this game that those happen, especially when you have to land on the side like that in the end. Snakey here at 8th place. Link is at 7th. We see that Triple X will drop down, so has Renew. And meantime, we have Kronos and Ranked, top 2. And right now, this is actually another blue point. Renew and Triple X at 7th and 8th place. Massa trying to make a difference, but can he actually do it? Doesn't look like it, unless he can do an amazing finish coming up to the ending. Kronos now without the landing bug, but Massa will pass him though and take an important first place. But Link goes up to 3rd and Snakey is still in front of Triple X and Onyo, and France wins a very, very important 3rd point, having reached now 10 points in the total score. And yeah, this is not good for Germany. They need to close it out as soon as possible. Alright. Oh, Massa dropping down, so has Linked. Not sure what happened with the widgets there. They turned small. I can't make them big again. Anyways, whatever. Let's focus on the results instead. The round. Ranked is at first place, but He got Renew, Onyo and Triple X following him. Kronos joining up with them. He usually does this part really well, and so is the case in this round as well. Goes up to third place. Still is in advantage for Germany though. Kronos in pursuit of catching up to Onyo. Can he pull it off? No. Onyo stays in front, and I believe this will be a red point? Question mark. Massa has actually dropped down to 8th place, and that's gonna make it a draw. Another draw here, not what Germany wanted. And the score is staying at the same 3-5. Okay, there we go. Just had to press left and it grew bigger. Alright. Germany not capable of reaching the map point here. France definitely starting to play better, especially Kronos and Ranked. They are kind of carrying the team at the moment. Snakey and Link not doing as well. Once again, Snakey a bit further behind. Onyo has also lost a bit of speed. Oh, Triple X with the no drift! Will this make it another blue point? Kronos once again trying to take first place, having a close battle with Massa. Nice turn there from Kronos. Positions himself greatly coming up to the final corner, and he will take first place. Ranked will take third, but it's another draw. It's another draw. 18 points each. Wow, so many draws in this sub-match. See if we can take a look at how many actually. One... okay, that was the third draw so far. 3-5 and 10-5 in the total score. As we start this next round, Massa always with that quick start, but needs to keep it together. Kronos trying to close the gap. And close pursuit here. Oh, but then has too much speed going over the hill and will end up hitting the wall instead. Lots of red players will pass in, one of them and it's Onyo. Link and Rankto second and third place, but I think this is currently a red point. Massa will take first place, 51.98. I think that's the first time under 52 seconds. Yes, it is. And France will lose that one. 3-6 now. Map point for Germany. They won't. They don't want to allow France to win another point. Alright. See if they can pull it off. Kronos gets a bump and is thrown into the wall. Masado has also fallen down from Germany. At the top we got Onyo in the lead. Ranked and Snakey doing a good job for France. This could still go either way. Onyo 1200s ahead of Ranked. Link and Kronos 7th and 8th for France, but if Ranked and Snakey can take first and second, it would be a draw. Doesn't look like they can pull it off though. Onyo will take first place, and I think that will be it. Germany takes the tech map 3-6 and will be behind with 3 points going into the full speed track. So this is still anyone's grand final to win, that's for sure. And yeah, actually we did have more than 3 draws. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 draws, I see. But yeah, that was a really close sub-match. Definitely. Massa and his German teammates able to pull it off though, and will give them a winning chance here as we move on to the full speed track. Is Madeon, which was played last week as well. The teams agreed to play this track. It's made by Cyril, and the world record is by Cyril, 51.64. And Cyril is playing for France. So he knows this track well. Actually, it looks like he improved this time, 51.58. Yeah, that's a faster time, so that is the actual world record. Must have set it recently, maybe even today. The lineups here should be set in stone pretty much for Germany. I think we're gonna see Pasco, Harry, Addy and Dan playing. That's usually the lineup that Germany have. And then for France we got Clément, Cyril, Pirana and Kid playing. So both nations having very, very strong lineups. And I think it was really good though that France were able to win that dirt track with 7-0 and then getting 3 points on the tech map. We'll have the lead with 3 points. And it could also be that we will see a draw here, I think. And if so, whoever wins this full speed track would be the winner. So again, we'll have a couple of warm-up rounds. Since this track is old, the other two are of course new. They were released on Sunday, I believe, last week. But since this one is old, these players are very practiced. And I think we should see some nice rounds between the two teams. But on paper, I would say Germany got the stronger team. And they will of course have to win this one. Taking a look at the Daddy. Cyril with that top 1 time, Pirana at top 2, Pasco at top 3, Dan at top 4, Kid at top 5, Clément at top 6, Harry at top 7, Addy at top 8, Hunter at top 9, and then Vince at top 10. It's safe to say that we are seeing the best full speed players right now. We also see that someone from Czech Republic, Slovakia is in the Daddy. I guess he's on the server right now. And those are the only ones. So yeah, I mean, all players having set very fast times. This could still go either way. Alright, so still no message as to how many warm-ups we'll see. Maybe 1 or 2 more. 1 more, says Pasco. And of course, on these full speed tracks, the players will try to do the speed drift as much as possible, and that will make them gain speed, and that's really what it's all about on these tracks. It's kind of like all or nothing, because if you crash, then you often cannot finish the rounds. This track though, I think it's pretty easy, so you will probably see a lot of close rounds with all of the players finishing. The start though can be a bit tricky. We did see in the semifinals actually quite a lot of players not able to pass the start, and if you can't pass it, then you won't make the upcoming jump into the loop, so you are forced to retire. So that could definitely happen in this grand final as well. We are about to start the last sub-match between Germany and France. This is it. It will all be decided now. The track is ESL Madeon, made by Cyril, and he is playing. Also got the world record. Let's see what he can do. Let's follow him as we start the first round. Here we go. for a small jump, as we see Kid not able to make it. As I mentioned, this start can sometimes be a bit difficult. So one player down for France. We also see that Clement Piranha has lost a bit of speed. Looks like only... No! Cyril has also crashed. 2 French players down. I think Germany will definitely win this one. Dan in the lead. Pasco, Addy and Harry following him. Top 4 for France. Pasco with a nice speed drift, able to pass Dan, it looks like, as they pass the wall ride, coming up to the ending soon. Here's the final loop, and then only the last stretch. Clement will go up to 3rd place, and Piranha to 5th, but I don't think it's gonna matter, no. France will lose that one. Cyril and Kid both retiring. Addy with a crash in the end, but it will still be a red point though. Pasco 51.82, Dan 0.96. Good times. And Germany will take that first point. See if they can keep that momentum. This time it looks like all 8 players would pass the start. But again, we see mostly red players in the front. Germany seems to have figured out this start. Addy and Pasco especially with a huge lead. Clement at 3rd place for France right now. Dan at 4th. Harry has gone down to last place though. That's good for France. He's not too far behind. Can still pass Piranha. Now it's Addy in the lead. Clement has retired. Clement has retired. Addy keeping 1st place. Cyril and Kid though, 2nd and 3rd place. This could be a blue point. Let's see. Oh, and Cyril able to pass Addy with 0.004 of a second. Wow! Great ending there from Cyril, and that will make it a point for France. 18-17 round score. Completely decisive that Cyril was able to pass there. And it's 1-1. France in the lead with 11-8. I think once they reach 4 or 5 points, they have won the match. If someone can confirm that for me, I don't want to trust my math skills right now. But if they reach that, I think France will be the winner. Alright, here we go. 3rd round. Harry and Piranha battling for 1st place. Kid can go up to 3rd. Clement and Cyril though at the bottom. Oh, not anymore. Addy now taking over that 8th place. It's a really close round. Not sure who's gonna win it. Addy still far behind. But Harry keeping an important 1st place. Kid trying to get that speed drift, but instead Pasco passing him. Oh, will this be a draw? Where's Addy? Yes, this will be a draw. Okay, yeah, so if France reaches 5 points, they will be the winner. No matter if Germany wins this final sub-match. And I think they are definitely capable of doing that based on these first couple of rounds. This is really an even matchup. Oh, bad start from Cyril. He's 2700s behind Dan in the lead. Able to catch up to Pasco though, and also to Addy. 2 German players down to the bottom. Dan and Harry will have to take 1st and 2nd now to get the draw. But we see that Clement and Cyril will both pass him. And I think also Piranha actually. Dan is the only player remaining for Germany. And France will take this unless something unexpected happens here in the end. Oh, Cyril actually really close to the wall. But he will take 2nd place. Clement at 3rd, Piranha at 4th, and Kid at 6th place. And France now in the lead. This is not what I expected, to be honest. I thought Germany would be the ones taking the lead in the start. Okay. Cyril with a bit of lag. Pasco with the early mistake. Able to make the jump though. So he will continue the race. And should be able to get at least 1 point here. But of course that is not good for Germany. It's up to the others now to perform. Adi is doing a good job keeping that first place. In the lead with 1300s. See that Dan is a bit behind as well for Germany. Cyril with lots of speed through the loop and over the wall ride. Suddenly he's now in the lead with a big margin. And Piranha also doing well, so is Kid. This is looking to be another blue point, to be honest. France on their way to win this grand final. Adi and Harry take second and third, but that's not going to be enough. France will take it with a 19-17 round score. Very, very close. Dan and Pasco, though, not able to keep up. Granted, they didn't really set any slow times. They were both under 53 seconds. That was a very, very close round, and all players made decent times. Kid crashing in the start. He's down. Will have to retire. So now Germany definitely need to win this one. They cannot afford to lose. Gotta take this opportunity. Currently following Harry, who is down a bit. Oh, Adi going for a wide line. And he's not gonna be able to keep his speed through the loop. Did not have a good trajectory there. Pasco now at first place. Dan at third, it looks like. Cyril is in between them. Clement the next, followed by Harry. I think this might be a red point, but Pasco will have to take first place, that's for sure. Looks like he will. With a time of 51.73. Cyril, 0.76. Dan, 0.84. Clement, 52.03. Harry, 0.11. Piranha, 0.22. And Adi, 0.70. Another good round, and this time Germany will take it, 39. But keep in mind, France only 2 points away from winning this grand final. Germany will have to step it up. Definitely cannot afford any players retiring to begin with, and then they have to set fast times under 52 seconds if they want to take those top positions that gets you the most amount of points. Pasco with a nice couple of speed drifts, not able to catch up to the top though. Adi in the lead. Then Kid with lots of speed through the loop. He will actually go up to first place. Piranha, no, wait a minute. Cyril will go up to first place. Top 2 for France, and it looks like Piranha is also with them. Yes, top 3 for France now. Can take a 4-2 lead here on the full speed track. It looks like they win. It could actually be an ace round. Here comes Clement over the last stretch. What a performance there from France. 0.80, 0.80, 0.89 and 0.92. 12 hundredths between all 4 players. And they are 1 point away from winning this grand final. Here we go, match point for France. Germany will have to win all the remaining rounds. And if so, they would actually be the winners, because it would be a draw and Germany will win 2 out of 3 maps. But this is gonna be an uphill battle for sure. France have surprised me, and I think many others as well. I think going into this full speed track, I think most people would expect Germany to dominate, but that's not been the case. They are in the lead though in this round. Dan at first, and then no, where's Pasco? Pasco down to 5th all of a sudden. This could be it. Piranha, Cyril and Kid doing really good for France. Pasco is up to 4th place, but at the moment this is a blue point. Oh, Kid losing a bit of speed. Pasco can pass him. Pasco, no, he's still behind. And I think that's gonna be it. Yes, France will take the win. 59. Germany can no longer come back from this. And that's gonna be GG. France defeats the defending champions Germany. I think we are still going to finish this track though. But wow, I mean the dirt track, you gotta go back to that, because 7-0 for France on the dirt track, that was key for sure. Speed you need, also not driving for Germany, definitely was not good for them. And then France able to win 3 rounds on the tech map was also quite important. But yeah, I mean, who would have expected France to actually win this full speed track, and in such a good way as well. I mean, they showed here that I guess they should be considered the best full speed nation now, because yeah, they dominated these rounds, no question about it. See here who's gonna win this round. It might... no, I think it's gonna be... oh, Pasco goes up to second in the end. That might make it a red point. Yes, it will. So Germany trying to make the score look a bit better. (5-3) now, and 15-10 in the total score. I mean, looking at the team score, Cyril for sure did great on this track, which is his own track, and he also got the world record, so I guess it makes sense that he would play well. 51 points so far, and best time 51.76. All 8 players though with times under 52 seconds. That just shows the level of play in this grand final. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad performance from Germany. Like, they did good rounds and they always set like 51 or 52 times, but France just showed that they had that extra performance in them and were able to take it home. Let's see if this one will go to Germany as well. I think actually it will. Piranha wins it, but Harry, Addy and Pasco with low 52 second times. And Germany with another point. I mean, France might not be as focused anymore. They know that they have already won it, so they don't really have to play as well. And that definitely makes a difference. All right, next round we see both Clément and Addy crashing in the start. Addy will try to go back here to try and build up enough speed, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. No, not enough for Addy, so he will have to retire that one. And Clément has retired for France in the meantime. Pasco and Dan first and second place. Of course, now there is no pressure as well for Germany, so they might actually be able to play a bit better than they did. Oh, okay, that was crashed from French player. I think it was Cyril, perhaps. Top 3 for Germany. Pasco 51.77, Dan 52 seconds, and Harry 52.04. Yeah, they have now tied up the score at 5-5. If they win the next 2 rounds, they would only be 1 point away. So let's see if they can manage to do that. Oh, looks like Harry now crashed. No, wait, it was Piranha for France. He already retired. So 1 blue player down. And yeah, this might actually... Oh, no, never mind. Harry will retire. I think he could have kept playing there, to be honest. That was a place where you can actually turn around and continue driving, so... bit unnecessary from Harry, but of course France have already won it, so it doesn't really matter. Dan, Pasco and Addy, second and third, and fifth might be enough to win it, especially now though when Cyril crashed. Dan and Pasco first and second, low 52 times again. Addy at fourth. Lots of players retiring, but yeah, I think they aren't really trying as hard anymore. So 5-6 now for Germany, 15-13. I guess it would be nice for Germany if they won this last sub-match, so that they can say that they won 2 out of 3 sub-matches as well, at least. I can't speak anymore. So, will this be the last round? Addy and Harry, first and second. Looks like Clément, Cyril and Piranha are not doing so well, but Pasco in the next checkpoint has dropped down to 8. Dan is keeping third place though, but here comes Clément and Kid, also Piranha with lots of speed. A very close round. Oh, Piranha can go up to first place, and then Clément goes up to second. I think a German player might have crashed. Yeah, it looks like it was Pasco. Addy is also down. And no, this is gonna be a blue round instead. What a development of that round. Germany had the top positions in the start, but in the end, France won it, and another super nice round there from France. 800s between them, all setting high 51 times or low 52 times. So it's not going to be a 1 point difference. France putting it at 6-6 on the full speed track, and this is it, the final round, unless it's a draw, which could definitely be the case. Dan and Harry again with good start. Piranha will go up to second place. Small stumble there from Harry. I think he's going to lose a bit of speed with that. Cyril will pass him, and also Pasco. Addy seems to have... yep, he has respawned. Won't be able to complete this round. And who's going to take this one? Dan still keeping first place with a big margin. 1800s ahead of Piranha at second. Cyril at third. I think this will actually be a blue point. Yep, it will. So France able to win the full speed track 7-6. And that's gonna put the end result at 17-13. France are the new champions of the ESL Stadium Nations Challenge. Defeated the defending champions Germany from last year. So congratulations to them, and also congratulations to Germany for taking second place. And as I mentioned in the start, Sweden and Czech Republic are playing for third place right now. It might have ended, I'm not sure, but I don't know the result of that match yet. But that's gonna be it. I'll be back in about 20 minutes, oh no, 40 minutes or so with the ESL CPS 15 group stage match, Team Dignitas versus Planet Key Dynamics. But I will restart the stream, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. But anyways, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you soon.